Good morning and happy Saturday. It is Saturday, September 5th. It's Labor Day weekend. Happy Labor Day. Just heard a car driving in the background. But anyway, it is Saturday, September 5th, and my name's Ken, and this is Saturday Morning Coffee with Ken. And hi, Fritz. You woke early today, Fritz. Thank you for that. Thank you for liking my video. Thank you so much for tuning in. And this is a show I have been doing since last June. And it's just kind of a silly little show where I enjoy spending some time with you on a Saturday morning and sharing a cup of coffee. And for those that have been watching a while, you know there's only one rule to Saturday Morning Coffee with Ken. Good morning, John. Good morning, Jim. Good morning, Lynn. But it's that I don't get to have my very first sip of coffee on a Saturday morning until I push live, good morning, Tammy, on Facebook and start talking. I've done that. So without further ado, I'm going to have my very first sip of coffee on this gorgeous day. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope if you're in front of a computer, you got a cup of coffee in your hand, and you're going to enjoy this next sip as much as I. So cheers to us. Good morning, Pat and Cindy. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. It means a ton to me. Not sure why you do. I guess a lot of us are trapped at home in these times and looking for things to do and looking to bond and looking to connect with other people. And I don't know, if this little show helps bring people together in any way, it makes me pleased. So, yeah. I'm drinking out of this cup today. I'm going to have my second sip right now because it's so good. I'm drinking a Cafe Sumatra. It's a dark roast from Starbucks. Very earthy, very heavy flavored. I probably prefer the lighter hazelnut, or it's a good mix, but Anne-Marie loves this, and I thought I'd take care of her today. I'm drinking out of this cup. Last week, I don't even know what cup I was drinking out of, and one of my longtime watchers, Joyce, said, hey, my favorite cup's your Lego cup with your name on it. So, Joyce, this is for you. I got this cup many years ago. I don't know, my kids got it for me, but it's a really cute Lego cup, and it has my name on it. I think you have plans. You're skipping coffee today. Kristen, are you sick? What madness is this? Somebody just said they're skipping coffee. Cindy, I see you like the robe. I was wearing a bathrobe last week, and the whatever it's called, the this kept popping open, and I felt like I had to keep my keep covered. Lego my coffee cup. That's hilarious. For those that are chiming in about my coffee cup, my one concern, and I've honestly been stressed about it all the week, this cup's a little small. I mean, it's sort of a traditional size coffee cup, but my talks or my shows have been running, I don't know, long lately. I've gone as much as 30 minutes and then a few minutes, and I can't last on one small cup of coffee for half an hour. So I've made plans. I got a backup right there. I think you can probably see it. So if this coffee gets tepid or it goes empty, I have more, I have a backup. Thank you so much for liking my video. I say this every week. I'm very insecure. So if you're watching right now, you know I love likes, I love loves, and I love shares on my video. It makes me feel good, makes me feel worthwhile for what I'm doing, and it strokes my ego. So thank you for those that are liking, loving, and anyone that shares my video. It means a ton to me. So anyway, it's like 64 degrees now. Most of you know I live in Naperville. Seems like a beautiful, you look like you feel better. Happy to see you're peppier. Refills by AM, yes. I am peppier. But anyway, it's a beautiful, beautiful day. It's like 64 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. Just a gorgeous morning to be up. And supposed to get a high of 79 today. Looks like it's going to be just a beautiful, beautiful day, and it's Labor Day weekend. Um, I don't want to jump too far ahead, but it's Labor Day weekend, and I think a lot of people are out of town. I think a lot of people have gone on little trips. Anne Marie last second and I talked about going somewhere. Hi, Matt. Good morning. Good morning, Trey. Good morning, Cindy. We talked about going out of town, maybe going to Michigan yesterday just for the day. But honestly, we have a bunch of work to do this weekend, which is strange for a holiday weekend. But again, in some aspects, it doesn't feel so much like a holiday weekend. World's kind of quiet right now. And, well, you were all on Facebook, so we all know. Facebook pops up, every morning, and it says memories, and it shows you things you did on this date a year ago or 5 years ago. And the other day, I got a bunch of memories from last year's Labor Day, and I marched in the parade in Naperville, and my girls were there marching with band and gymnastics. Not band, dance and gymnastics. And, it was a cool event. It was a great day then. There was tens of thousands of people lining the streets, waving to everybody in the parade. And I look back on it quite fondly. It was a great opportunity for community and for people to get together in large crowds. And just looking back on it, it seems so strange. Like it's another world back then. It seemed like, although it was only a year back, it's like going back in time to a quieter, or not quieter, but a friendlier, happier Naperville and country. And I must say I miss that a little bit. So while I'm reflecting, I'm going to have another sip of coffee. Buongiorno to you, Dean. Good morning. Good morning, Judy. I do too, John. The parades, just, I don't want to get sidetracked. How are you guys doing? You don't want to get me started so early. I have some stuff I'd like to talk about. It's easy in this world to revolve our brains, and I wrote a post about this yesterday on Facebook, revolve our lives around what's going on in the news and the trouble we're hearing in the world. And I'm trying not to, but sometimes I do it anyway and get involved. So we'll talk about that. But how are you guys doing? I know a lot of people in Naperville. Good morning, Adam. Sent their kids back to school, at least in 203 and 204, I think, this week. And when I say back to school, I mean e-learning. I'd be curious how that experience is going for you. I read a lot on Facebook. I'm seeing some really positive posts, but I'm also seeing some parents post about the challenges they're facing. And as I mentioned, probably the last 2 weeks, we've decided, when I say we, Anne-Marie has decided to homeschool the kids. And is doing a great job on it. And this was week 2, and so they're 2 weeks through, and I think the kids are enjoying it. I'm going to bet they're learning more, and I bet it's, net a good overall experience for the kids and for Anne-Marie, and I think they're enjoying it. S'mores tonight feels like good medicine. Much like you like? Yeah, no, I love fall weather too. Somebody just asked, John, a Facebook friend of mine, just asked or said he's going to have s'mores tonight. And it's funny, John, you bring that up. I'm going to take a moment. Anne-Marie and I had our first bonfire of the season last night. And I'm going to show you it. It's not very pretty right now. But there's our fire pit filled with ash. I don't know if you can see the wood behind it. I don't know. There's a pile of wood back there behind it. I don't know if you can see it or not. There's Holly sniffing some weeds. We had a beautiful, beautiful night. It was nice and cool. It felt like fall was coming in, and it feels like, I guess, just a September day. But, fall's not far away. And as I've said before, I think that's the most beautiful season with the leaves changing. And, you get to break out your blue jeans. And Holly, you got a fan. Fritz is yelling to you. You get to break out your jeans and your sweatshirts and dress a little bit different. So it's like you have a whole new wardrobe opening up to you. And I love that that's coming. It was funny. Oh, Trey, she is cute. I have a dog. It's an English Springer Spaniel. I probably talk about her. She's my co-star. Um, she's an English Springer Spaniel. I always guess she's, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, 35 pounds or so. And she's just a great girl. Her name's Holly. She's not even 2 yet. And her mom and dad had a litter, and just this week, and they were sending us pictures of some of her sisters and brothers that are, just a little baby puppies, and we might be getting another one, and I think we are. If things work out like we're planning, we're going to get another puppy. We've enjoyed her so much. We'd love to have Holly have one of her sisters with her. I think they'd enjoy it. I know the kids would enjoy it, and I'm pretty sure Anne-Marie and I'd like it too. So, yeah, we love Holly. She likes making friends with all the neighbors and the neighbors' dogs. I don't know if the neighbors love it, but she's a real good girl, and we're hoping to get another one in about... You have an 18-month-old, Trey. I thought you said an 18-year-old. And I'm like, wow, that's an old dog. A Boxador. So, a boxer Labrador? Wonder what that looks like. Post a picture. I'd like to see it, Trey. Yeah, anyway, I was talking about it. If anyone's out there that's sent their kids back to school and from Naperville, I'd be curious to see how your experience was. Again, I saw a mixed bag, a lot of positivity, a ton of people out there supporting the teachers, obviously, and but I also saw some challenges, and that's really why we're homeschooling this year. Our e-learning experience last spring wasn't so good. We didn't know exactly what to expect from it this year, and honestly didn't want to take our kids' education by chance, and decided to homeschool. So anyway, something's been weighing pretty heavily on me this week, and I just want to share it because I thought it'd be good for me. Any divorced dads out there? As most of you know, excuse me, more coffee. I've been divorced, I don't know, almost 8 years ago, maybe, and separated and divorced. I have two beautiful girls, Erin and Morgan. Erin's 14, Morgan's 11, and they're active. They're into dance and gymnastics, and it's been a challenging week for me. This is a weekend I should have with the girls, and they decided they wanted to go up. Their mother has a lake house in Michigan, and they decided they wanted to spend the weekend with their mom in their lake house, as opposed to hanging with me and Anne-Marie and the kids this weekend. And, I know they're getting older, and I'm just giving a cry out to all the divorced dads out there that miss their kids. I know it's been really, really, really tough on me not spending every day with my kids, not being being an every other weekend and Tuesday and Wednesday type of dad, because that's never what I envisioned and never what I wanted. And lo and behold, I find myself there. So as they've grown older, my time with them, they get busier. They get more active in school. They join sporting events. They get more friends. They, want to be hanging out with their friends more. And it's been tough on me. And this week it kind of blew to a head when, they decided they were going to go away for the weekend, even on my weekend. And I found myself actually challenging them and challenging their mom, saying, hey, this is my weekend to be with the girls. We have a legal agreement. You can't do this. And I sat there for a miserable day, bummed about myself, trying to make my daughters come here. And I felt guilty, felt sad, felt lonely. I missed my girls, and bummed me out a lot, actually. And again, I feel my time's being pinched in all areas, and the time the court gave me, I don't, see my daughters even half that much anymore. And it kind of bumps me out. So it's something I've been struggling with. It's something I probably got to deal with, and a lot of divorced dads got to deal with. And for years, they've been my heart and soul, and the reason I get up out of bed. And the reason I do everything. And, they're kind of growing up. And maybe don't need their dad quite as often. I mean, they need me in a different way, and I'm not trying to get a pity party here going, but I didn't want to talk about it because it's been, like I said, weighing heavily on me. I don't know, what was that Sting song? Set Them Free or something like that. My plan would be, honestly, was that I'd give them all the space they wanted, and they'd come back and see me anytime they wanted. I wanted to make it, free flowing, and I wanted to be flexible. But then they ended up not coming back that much. I miss my girls. And hoping it's just a weekend thing and just a Labor Day thing. But we got a dedicated bedroom to Erin, and it sits empty, most of the time. We've been here 2.5 months, and she's probably slept over maybe 4 or 5 times, which is nice. But again, the room's empty, and it kind of bumps me out. And I guess parenting's about sacrifice. Yeah, Dean, I didn't really look at it at the end of the day that I had. I could have forced them. But how fun would that have been? And I know parenting's about choice and making sacrifices for your kids. But honestly, I almost feel I was too flexible and just too flexible. And my schedule with them started getting, I lost a half hour here, a half hour there, an hour there, a day there. And suddenly I woke up one day and I realized I only see my girls a couple hours a week. And kind of bummed me out. So anyway, thank you for listening about that. If there's any other divorced dads out there, take the positives. Speak. My ex is not very nice. I don't read that. But I appreciate everyone that's commenting. I really do. And wow, you have a 31-year-old, Mike? We're the same age. We're the same age. You got a 31-year-old. Holy crud. Anne Marie's only 36. So I'm going to have a little more coffee. And I appreciate that. I don't have my glasses in, so I'm struggling reading some of your comments. Some of them are long. But I'll read them all after I get off this stop talking on live. So anyway, thank you for chiming in there. Just kind of wanted to express it because that, along with some of the other stuff that was going on in the world, weighed heavily on me. And I hope they're having fun. I hope when they come back next week, they're going to want to see their dad because I miss them. And hopefully they miss me a little bit. But anyway, how's your week been? Again, we've had a gorgeous, we've had some beautiful weather coming in. For us, work's been good. We took a new listing on Wednesday. Put a new listing on the market on Wednesday. And every listing has a procedure. Keeps us kind of busy for the whole week between, meeting with the photographer, taking pictures, listing the home, doing social media advertising. And we always end the week by having an open house on Saturday from 1 to 3. We don't allow any showings. Our seller's not allowing them from Wednesday to Saturday. And our hope is we always get a real big turnout on our open house. And right now it's still a seller's market. So our goal is to get a bunch of buyers through our listing at the same time on that Saturday from 1 to 3. Anybody that's interested in the property is going to see all these other people looking around, and our strategy is they're more likely to write an offer sooner and make it a stronger offer if they feel, competition for the home. And that's what we're trying to set up, kind of a bidding war sort of thing. And it works real well. We've had a lot of success getting homes sold even in that first weekend. And so we're hoping for a real big turnout today. Again, we have an open house. It's a new listing in Aurora from 1 to 3. It's a nice townhome in a nice location. Needs a little bit of updating. But for the right person, they're going to get a great home. So we're looking forward to that. We had to cancel a bunch of appointments. I talked about it during the week. Both Anne Marie and I had some cold-like symptoms. And, in this, nothing serious, nothing we were worried about personally. But I'm sure if you're anything like me, if you're at a store and you cough or you sneeze, you're feeling kind of bad, like people are looking at you like you might be giving them a disease, kind of an uncomfortable feeling. We didn't want to be in front of any clients and put their health at risk in any way or make them feel uncomfortable. So I actually went and got a COVID test. And on Tuesday, did it at a CVS pharmacy. I filmed it live. You can go back and look at it if you haven't seen it yet. And results came back negative, which was kind of good. I walked the streets with a little attitude. Yeah, thank you. Anne-Marie's here with a refill for my coffee. Do you want to say hi to the audience real quick, Anne-Marie?
No.
Wait, well, stick your head in real quick. They want to see us. People are saying hi. All right. Anne-Marie doesn't know I set up the a reserve coffee there, but I appreciate it anyway. Yeah, I appreciate it, Cindy. I agree. I agree. But it's tough. Again, my universe revolved around my girls, and maybe it was a problem, and maybe I need to set them free, and thereby, set myself free, and not stop thinking about them. Maybe stop obsessing or worrying or whatever I'm doing, and trying to do that a little, and trying to enjoy, I don't know, Anne-Marie and my life here, and our house here, and her kids here, and what we're doing. So appreciate it, though. Let's have a little more coffee. It's nice and hot. Richard, Anne-Marie's going to love all these good mornings she's getting. She likes the attention, too. So she always, and I've said it before, and it's very vain. After we're done with this, we sit here and watch Coffee with Ken live together and drink our coffee and get a kick out of that. So anyway, there's a lot going on, a lot of work, as I mentioned. We got a bunch of appointments, so we're excited about getting taken care of. Again, we had to put things on hold last week a little bit, and we're excited that we're feeling a little better, and we're getting back to work. And for us, that's a sense of normalcy. We've been going to this new Starbucks every morning, getting a couple hours of work done there, and set the stage for the rest of our day. And we've been real productive at work, which is cool. Fall's a busy season for us in real estate. It has been historically. November is the biggest month I've ever had, and expecting a real big November coming up. I see some more loves around the corner, and again, I appreciate that. So, anything going on you guys want to talk about? Again, I like to make this as interactive as possible. I asked Anne-Marie, what's the perfect amount of time to do this? And she goes, maybe half an hour. I wonder what your thoughts. And so we're targeting about a 30-minute show. Enough time for maybe a cup of coffee or two. Enough time that for people that missed the beginning to tune in and enjoy some coffee here. We reached out, as I mentioned, we had a bonfire here last night. We reached out to a bunch of friends, asked them if they wanted to come over. So many people were out of town. Some friends visiting their kids in college, some friends heading up to Michigan, but a lot of people were going out of town. And I posted something yesterday, just kind of how I was feeling in the morning yesterday, and I was kind of blue because my day I wasn't that excited about, and I wrote about it. And we have been trying to go places and do things that aren't so affected by the world events. And there's a couple going on trips is one of them, and we ton of trips. Saw your scooter tour. Yeah, we do a lot of scooter tours. We ride a lot of scooters, and we love riding and doing tours. But we've gone on a lot of trips to Michigan. Getting away feels good. When you're on vacation, I think you're less likely to watch the news. Maybe you're going to tune off Facebook, and you don't feel maybe as restricted by the limitations or the restrictions that are going on in the world. Trey, I'm not sure I like that question. When am I going to upgrade that scooter? I got the coolest scooter there is. What kind of scooter do you want me to upgrade? I got a Suzuki Bergman 400. Can go like 90 miles an hour. It could go on the highway. I don't have the guts to ride it on the highway, but it's good. It can. What would I upgrade? You mean to a motorcycle? I don't know. Anyone out there? I ride a Suzuki Bergman 400. It's a big scooter. If you saw it, you'd probably think it looks like a motorcycle. Certain segment of society is always telling me to get a motorcycle. A Harley. Yeah, there's two people saying Harleys. I got friends. They own Harleys. They don't ride them nearly as often as I ride my scooter. We ride ours everywhere. It's so easy to ride. It's It might weigh 400, 500 pounds. It weighs like 550 pounds actually, but it's not huge like a Harley. And it doesn't rumble like a Harley. And I know that sounds kind of cool, but I ride mine all the time. What's on the... Hey, Dean, are you trying to... How about a Miata? What the heck, Lee? A Miata? I test drove a Miata back in like 1990 when the first one came out. I bought my very first car, I think 1990. I bought a Nissan 240 SX. It was sporty, but I think it had like 140 horsepower. Maybe 100. I think it was 140. And it looked sporty, but it was one of the slowest cars I've ever owned. 140 horsepower is hilarious. Because the car I got now isn't even like a sports car officially. I guess it's a sports sedan. But it's got like 335 horsepower. And I don't know if it's technology, but they've certainly made engines bigger, powerful, more powerful than they were. Safe and cool. Yeah, I've had a convertible. Sort of cool. I mean, it's cool for a 16-year-old girl to drive a Miata. I'm sorry about that being sexist or whatever, but what do you guys think of the Miata? I mean, I think they're cool. I think all convertibles are fun. I could see it, but we're not ready to have a third car. We need functionality out of our cars right now, and yeah, we don't have the room for 3 cars or a second car each. So yeah, we have 2 sedans that can get our kids around and can go to the grocery store and can go on appointments. So I'm sorry, Lee. It slipped. I like the Miata. I test drove a red one. Honestly, when I was sitting in it, I'm 6'2". I remember on the test drive, like the stoplights, I think were kind of blocked out by the, whatever it's called, the bar. And I think I'm a little tall for it, so that's why I won't get a Miata. I think they're cool. But anyway. So here we are talking about cars and Harleys. Oh, well, hey, Lee's the man. Hey, Pat. Yeah, Pat, one of my friends from college just chimed in that it's cool if I want to own a scooter. And I think he's being a wee bit sarcastic. I was in Lambda Chi's, and I went to University of Illinois, and I graduated in 1990. And one thing I remember about the house is a lot of my buddies in it had motorcycles. A couple guys had scooters. Remember those little Honda Sprees? They were like 50 cc's, and I think a Honda Elite was an 80 cc. Fish had like a Honda Elite, I think. And yeah, I never thought I'd be on one, but I am. My fault, Trey. My Mustang convertible. Yeah, I've seen your Mustang. Scott, I don't know if I've ever actually seen you except driving by. We were 2 ships passing in the night in downtown Naperville, and you yelled, "Hey," and I appreciate that. And you know what I find really cool? I'm not sure, but I got a fair audience on this thing. We're getting like 2,500 people watching it every week, and we have a lot of people coming up to us in downtown going, "Hey, you guys are that couple," or "Hey, you do that coffee show. I really enjoy it." And it's always funny to me because I guess it feels good. And again, I see people liking it, this video, and that does mean a lot to me. And it does feel great to me when people come up and recognize me. Again, I don't know, it feels pretty cool. So I appreciate that. And Scott, I know you waved at me from your car once, and maybe when this is all over, we'll sit down and have a beer and solve the world's problems. So anyway, I don't know what I have for you today. I mentioned it earlier, but I do want you to know I really appreciate you tuning in, sharing your Saturdays with me, and sharing a cup of coffee with me. And following along with my story and with Anne-Marie and my story, we try and keep it fun, try and share our experiences as true as we can, and hopefully we have a lot of fun experiences to share with you over the next several months. I think it's going to be an interesting time for us. I know it's going to be. Stay tuned. It's probably going to be an interesting time in the world. Hey, Holly. My dog's running off to cause trouble with a neighbor, but she's back. But anyway, it means a ton to me that you guys do tune in and you care enough to comment, you care enough to like, but you care enough to watch. And again, share part of your Saturday with me every Saturday. So I want to thank you for that. And it means a ton to me. And I appreciate you. And I hope you're doing well. And if you're homeschooling, I hope your homeschooling is going well. And if your kids are e-learning, I hope, they're doing okay. I don't want to get sidetracked. Start a bedroom edition. Sounds cool. I don't want to get sidetracked, but I see all these pictures of kids e-learning at their desks in their bedrooms and stuff, and it kind of bumps me out a little bit. Again, because I really look back, and my schooling or my educational, even elementary school is a really significant part of my life. So seeing all these kids e-learning makes me just hope that the world gets changes a little bit going forward, and we get our kids back to school, and we get all these wonderful teachers back to teaching, because I know a lot of them are struggling, e-learning as well, and they weren't trained to teach via computer. I think it's important that the kids get with the teacher and get with other kids and learn to socialize and do all that. So anyway, I hope if you are, going through e-learning, I hope your kids are having a good experience. So anyway, didn't want to get too sidetracked with that, but it always, I don't know, it just feels really, really, really important. I know I wouldn't be who I am. Maybe that's a good or bad thing, I don't know. But I know I would be a different human being without the teachers and the kids I grew up with, and the experiences I had, and the games we played at recess, and the life I shared with these people. And I think it's really cool. I'm friends with some of the kids, I went to grade school with. And, 45 years later or whatever, I'm still friends with some of the same people. I think that's neat. Longfellow School, Kent Elliott. I was thinking about you when I started saying that. Kent Elliott just chimed in, and I don't know when we went to school together, but I know we were both went to Longfellow. I think we had different kindergarten teachers. I had, what did I have? Oh my gosh, I'm in trouble. I had Miss Crabtree. What a name for a school teacher. Seems like out of a book. I had a Miss Crabtree was my kindergarten teacher. That's so funny. But anyway, hey, thank you for watching again, and thank you for sharing your Saturday with me, and thank you for following along with my story, and for all the love and support you give me and you give Anne-Marie. And I hope wherever you are going to have a great, great weekend. Again, we got a lot of real estate going this weekend. If you ever want to buy or sell a house, or ever want to talk about it, let me know. We'd love to help, and I have the best real estate partner in the world, in Anne-Marie. She handles it all now because she's better than me. So she helps take great care of my clients. So I'm lucky to have her. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this Saturday morning. And as always, I hope you watch next week, and I hope you have a safe and happy and healthy week going forward. And as always, I'd hope to talk to you soon. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.